I go back every time I hear they did something with Mercy, and I'm like, oh, is she decent again?
Did you get the dice out of that yet?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to.
But now it could be a tank gerbil.
Go ahead and do your destiny.
One light.
Alright, go ahead and the markers are right there, so. Wow,
One dark.
that, because we got the wild magic tonight, and you. Two light. And then as soon as I set this up, I'll roll for those who are not here. Since they can still affect things. Get this mess all sorted out. Actually, you can go ahead and roll for them. That'd be easier, actually. It's 2 lights.
One dark.
Yep, and there's your 1 dark.
2 light.
And then here's your 2 lights.
So we need 2 more light because.
We didn't have enough yet? Yeah. Okay. Let me see if I can find any. If not, we might just have to make a mental. Oh, yep, here they are. Alright, and I think that's all the dice. Yep. So we are set for tonight. Alright, and what's our total?
5 light, 2 dark.
Alright. Alright, so last we left off, somebody got a ship on his hands. Although it wasn't the last time we all left off, it was the last time he left off.
You got a ship?
You did. Bongo Bongo got a ship. He was given it by Asen, because Asen wanted him out of his hair.
Tonight I'm gonna break out my alter ego sneaking disguise outfit.
Well,
A la Caleb. And his name is Mango Mango.
let me update what's been going on for your character. So so when you left, you tried to make your astrogation coordinates to go to Naboo so you could go home.
I'm taking it. I didn't make it home.
You did not make it home. You put in the wrong coordinates, and you ended up crash landing onto a unknown world.
Unless you're going to be that guy that goes, this is my home now.
I'm gonna stick a flag in the dirt and call it Naboo 2.
No,
So-
it's Bongo Bongo Land.
The happiest place in the galaxy.
The wackiest place in the
Mr.
galaxy.
Going home!
This is me so home now. Even the galaxy outcasted you.
That's what we're doing now. I don't care where I'm at. It's Bongo Bongo Land.
Alright, so you wake up because obviously crash landing was not very smooth. So you were unconscious for a bit. Let's see, let me get my notes on that out. Let's see. I have the notes in here, I just gotta find the exact spot for that. So you wake up and it's like this deserted world that you notice first off the bat. There's pretty much almost nobody here.
Wait, where did that crash?
So you try to look on. I'm guessing you're gonna look at the computer to see where on the map.
However you want to break it out to me.
I mean, because does that make? I mean, that makes the most sense, I guess.
Am I on high ground?
You're kind of the way you landed. Actually, you're kind of wedged into a building.
A building. So this place is occupied.
You don't.
Populated?
No, it used to
What you
be.
can tell.
So the computer skill. Okay, so I'm crashed and wedged in a building.
Mm-hmm. And from what you can see on the computers, there's no other signs of life.
Well, there's buildings here that's already structures, so I don't have to start from scratch.
That makes Bongo Bongo Land easier.
Uh-huh.
That makes it cheaper anyways.
Well, we'll see.
Let's see.
Ugh, Coke.
Alright, here we go. So I have your discipline, so I'm gonna give you a discipline check. You have to make a discipline check. Your discipline is...
To use my eyes?
Well, no, because of the world. There's something about the world that you have to have a discipline check for.
It's a mindfuck planet?
Yeah.
Even awesome. More awesome.
Take 2 green.
I can channel the mindfuckery and...
he gets 2 green for his roll.
I can make this like a hellscape. 3 bangs.
Alright, let's see. And then how hard did I make that check? Oh yeah, this is gonna be interesting. Oh yeah. And you said you got what now?
You're not going to be able to scare me off of my new home, no
What did
matter
you
how
get?
harsh you make it. 3
What
bangs. 3 bangs.
3 bangs? Okay, so you succeeded.
Good, because I'm not leaving.
Let's see. You didn't... Okay, you're fine. Oh, wait. Hold on.
Do I feel something, a presence in my mind? What's
you
going
are
on?
feeling strained.
From what? What's going on?
So there's kind
Is
of...
the decor just that bad?
No, it's...
Is my OCD triggering me?
It's a force thing.
Come on, I don't know what that means.
So you feel... You want to try to do a perception type thing? To kind of figure it out?
Okay, so order of events. I still want a perception to know where I'm at, what it looks like around me.
Yeah.
And then I want to know what's in my head space.
Okay. So I'll give you the outward stuff because that's just easy stuff. So
I look out the window and my ship stuck in this building, and I see...
pretty much this wide open desert space.
Is this the one building that exists? Is the one I've crashed into?
There's other buildings.
But they're underneath me, not as tall.
Yeah, and from what you can tell, they're just as in bad shape as the one you're wedged in.
Okay.
From what you can tell, there have not been people around for a good amount of time. It would be a harder check if you were to actually try to figure out how long.
Silence.
So, on a scale of 1 to 10, it's too quiet.
Yes.
Opposed to 10 quiet?
I guess it just depends.
And as for other stuff, looking at computers, you're on like this world that's not even really charted.
Awesome.
So
hold on. It's been lived on,
but
abandoned, and it's still uncharted.
Yes.
So this is an old civilization.
That would be the logical guess.
Or is it just that the records are incomplete? / prequel memes.
That's up to... I guess that's up to your character to interpret. I mean, to be fair, Naboo is a relatively recent world being discovered, too. Going back into more headspace stuff, go ahead and... 1 yellow, 1 green for a perception.
Yellow. A nothing and a horseshoe. So I don't know what's going on.
Okay, yeah, you don't, yeah.
God, I really want to know why I'm tripping. I have no collection. It's just a trippy vibe.
Yeah, from...
Okay.
The closest that you can probably tell is that there's...
So can I open the bay door in my ship?
Yeah, you can start to leave.
And see what's...
Yeah, you can start to
what
explore.
This structure is all about. What kind of structure is this? Is it kind of like a modern human skyscraper kind of thing? Is it...
It's very...
Is it like a bug architecture? So it's like a bunch of...
Well, it's metal. It's made of metal. It's metal architecture.
Interesting.
Specifically Durasteel, which is their, like...
Okay, that
super
implies
steel.
that this... Or whoever built this structure here had advanced methodologies.
Yeah. So you go ahead... So you're actually in one of the tallest buildings You landed in a 3 stories high building.
That's not that tall.
Well, it's the tallest here.
Okay.
It's still about 30 feet. 36 feet.
So when you open...
So it's not tall enough that I couldn't just jump out and kill myself now if I didn't want to be here.
But, so when you open the door, it thankfully the way you crashed, the bay door opens into the building rather than out of the building.
Convenient. It's
Convenient.
almost like...
Yeah.
It's
almost
it was
like
meant
the
to
space
be.
gods don't want you to die.
Right now.
Fuck the space gods, I jump.
Let's
Damn it, I survived because my big fat ears slow down my terminal velocity.
You do recognize some banners hanging around on these buildings, though.
Okay. What would that be?
So
Gang signs?
from what you can tell, they are Sith Empire.
Is that a current thing?
Yes.
It's been a current thing.
So this isn't like ancient architecture, this could be quite recent. It's just...
It could be both. It's one of those things where you don't know if this is an older Sith Empire or if this is modern and for some reason they're not here. It's mind-blowing.
Haven't they used the same insignia?
Yeah, it's the same insignia for generations. So that's the thing that's making it to where you're not sure.
Misa don't know.
Misa get bad juju vibes.
Although you can see some language written on like signs, and you don't understand the language. It's not a modern language.
Well, I'm gonna make up a new language that uses the same lexicon, and I'm going to decide that sign says exit this way, and I'm gonna follow it.
All right. So you find that a lot of the doors are locked.
Oh, there's doors in this abandoned structure. Has locked doors. Okay. How do I unlock them?
Well, you can actually...
Or is that your way of saying don't go here?
No, you can.
Okay.
They're not computer-based. They're actually mechanically based.
Perfect.
Just, surprise, motherfucker.
So let's see. Your mechanics.
They didn't know you were there from the ship landing. They'll know now.
You get 1 green.
Apple pies, motherfucker.
So he gets 1
Rude
green.
ass motherfucker.
1 green?
Yep. You should. Oh.
I got a nothing.
I was gonna say you should be able to get this.
I
but
blank out like I just put my
you
cup
shoot
in the
blanks.
fridge and my milk in the cabinet.
So you're just like, Misa don't understand
Did you
this.
say I'm shooting blanks?
Eventually, you just get frustrated and you take out your weapon and just slice it open.
I have a weapon.
Let's see.
I got a longbow and an electro pole.
Yeah, you use your electro pole to just smash it open.
Do I just shock it and then it engages the door?
Yeah.
Oh, perfect.
Just out of frustration.
That's nice to know when nothing gets me in a locked door.
You go key.
Well, I also had some rolls here, so you're good. Alright, so you make your way through, and you finally find the stairs, and I'm guessing you're going to try to make your way down.
No, I want to see what's in here before I leave.
Okay.
So if those are the exit stairs, then I'm going to look elsewhere before I go down.
Okay. So it's kind of dark in here. And... Because from what you can tell, there is no power source. It's kind of fallen into disrepair.
Okay, is there a light fixture or a wall port anywhere?
Yeah, you can see some around.
Okay, I'm going to stab my electro pole into it and see if I can get some lights to turn on.
Alright, so that's an attack on the wall.
Aw, snap. Roll for your melee?
Melee.
Melee.
Yeah, melee. 1 yellow, 1 green.
3 bangs and a horseshoe.
You should make it. Yes, you are good.
The wall's defenses are too high.
You basically just walk up to it and are like, I need power. Unlimited power. Prequel memes.
/# prequel meme.
And you end up using your electro staff to somehow get light going.
Okay. Okay, what do I see down this corridor?
So you can
Stairs behind me.
You see a couple of extra hallways, doorways, and some windows. There's actually, first thing you actually notice are some piles of clothes kind of haphazardly scattered about.
Gross.
You
Thanos was here.
you can actually make a knowledge lore to try to guess what happened.
Okay. Knowledge lore.
That is a yellow.
1 horseshoe.
Let's see if he can make that. You actually do. Somehow. From what you can tell, you were actually not far off. You realize the clothes fell to the ground when the wearers vanished.
So it wasn't a naked stripping man. In the last moments of survival on this city, he noticed he couldn't make it, so he just stripped off his shit as he flew down the hallway. Oh, me some big the force.
Let's see. You also see some, let's see, you're on the 3rd floor, so I have to look at what's on the 3rd floor. So, it mostly consists primarily of offices, cubicles, and workstations. But, near the back of this hallway, you kind of find a single Durasteel door.
Before I go to the obvious door that you're pointing me at, I'm going to go to the nearest workstation and see what they were working on last.
There's any working computers.
Does he have any sticky notes out?
You can...
Remember to electropole proof the walls?
Well, you see more of that unknown language written down on the notes that you can find.
I'm gonna go far-fetched here. Can I, using the notes, attempt to decipher the language?
You know what? I feel like a fun knowledge education thing would go into this. So let's do it. You have a green. Yes, a green.
Alright, let's go for another blank. Is it blank? No, it was a horseshoe. It was a horseshoe.
Okay, I was about to say, should I even roll? Because you're going.
You're gonna roll like 12 yellow dice back.
You did not. You basically decipher what you want to decipher it as. So whatever language that you've decided to come up with.
Oh, this way, that way, exit.
So basically, however you think he would decipher a language.
The word exit written 50 bajillion times in 10 different ways.
Alright, let's go to that Durasteel door you were...
Alright. So you see another terminal. This time you see an actual computer security keypad next to it.
Is this thing functioning?
It's functional enough. You could you actually see...
It's a keypad or a terminal or both?
It's a keypad.
So not a terminal, not like a computer access.
No. It's more of like, but you can see. Like,
okay, I'm gonna try 0000 enter.
Are you just gonna try to hard break into it?
No, I'm just gonna try 4 zeros and press enter. I mean, like.
Oh, I didn't know if you were gonna do every.
The universe wide. Inept
what?
security officers.
You know what? High or low?
Hi.
Okay, it works. I'm guessing the high was for it to work. Yeah, so it works. Because you know what? There was no way I was going to just decide what that code was.
Beep-boo! Granting administrative access.
If you want to do that sort of roll, you should say hi good, hi bad.
Yeah. There is a brief pause, and then the unmistakable zap of a powerful electrical discharge, and the keypad lights up and the door slides open.
Cool.
The room beyond houses the primary computer data bank, so now there are computers. So, like, actual computers. You can see that there is some power to them left.
Before I go in all the way, I'm going to use my electropole to wedge the door open.
Why? It's already open.
in case it decides to shut down and lose power.
So
I don't
you're
want to
just-
die in a lonely room on an abandoned planet.
So are you charging the door or just leaving it like in the middle to like in case the door starts?
Yeah,
to
you know,
shut?
like a pole between two trash compactor doors closing in.
Okay. Let's hope Durasteel isn't stronger than that electro pole.
Well, it's an ultra steel pole that I made up just now.
It's probably wooden. No, it's metal. It's got metal because it's an electric charge. Otherwise, how would that work?
Well, we'll see. If
Yeah.
it breaks, I die anyways. Who cares?
Maybe those are the type of trees they have on Naboo. Who says,
Ultra steel trees.
Yes.
So,
Who says wood on Naboo is the same as wood on Earth?
so are you gonna go ahead and try to mess with the computers now that you?
Yeah, I'm gonna try 0,
Have an
0,
exit
0,
strategy.
0 again.
Well, this one is actual computers. They're already turned on. There's no like hacking into them.
Okay, I'm gonna
Just-
try to look for an access log to see when it was last accessed,
All right.
because that would tell me when the last time it was used.
All right. So as you're going through it, it's gonna take about 5 minutes to go through this computer system. Although for you, it's gonna feel like an eternity.
Because I'm all alone, or because I'm bad?
Because you can actually start to feel that void that was pressing in earlier.
Oh, I feel a void.
You can
No,
kind
that's perfect because I was thinking about killing myself.
of. And I am keeping track of that strain that you took earlier.
Okay.
Don't worry, you're good. You have a strain threshold of 12. You only took 8 so far.
Oh, I'm almost already there, so...
Well, strain only makes you unconscious. You're not going to die from it.
Pass out.
Yeah.
Alright, let's see how far I can push this.
And when you pass out, I guess we'll jump to Jared and we'll come back to you when you wake up from it.
If I wake up.
Meanwhile, back at the farm.
So, at the same time, as you're trying to get through this data, your brain is like struggling to get through this.
Do I just feel sleepy?
No, it's
How do
more,
I interpret this?
It's more of a. How can you
Is it-
explain the
I
absence
feel like
of
the
something?
worst feeling is when you haven't slept in 4 days and you have to concentrate very hard.
That's probably what. Okay, we'll interpret it as that. Another
Oh,
way.
yeah, nap.
Another way you can interpret it is you can feel like something's pulling on you, trying to rip away the very essence of your existence.
Oh, fuck that. So kind of like needing to work after 4 days no sleep.
For an instant, you kind of feel as if you're going to be undone, and that your physical body is discorporating into trillions of subatomic particles.
Can I, like, force bubble shield my mind?
You can take it. Yeah. I mean that. Yeah.
Wild mage, what?
Well,
Hold on, wild force. My head might explode. Let's do it!
Let's do it.
I'm gonna force bubble myself to try to separate myself from these influences.
Let's see. Let me get my.
What am I, like, next to a 4-star or something?
Let me
What's
get a
causing
D100
this?
out. Alright, so, it's a 10% again, because he's been rested since last time.
Joke's on you. You're in forest hell.
Good news is, you passed, so you get to use that power you wanted. So
Okay.
you're able to...
Do I have to roll?
Nope. I did a roll. It's a D100 thing that I have to do in the background.
Alright.
You passed your thing, so...
Do I feel segregated from that force presence?
You feel... You don't have to do as hard of a check now. It's more of an easy check.
Okay.
So,
But where were we on that computer then?
well, let me do that check real quick, and then you can... so what was your discipline? 2 green.
Double blanks. Here we go. A bang and 3 horseshoes.
Alright. Yeah, you're good. So, you actually fight off it this time. Go ahead and roll computer. You have a green in computers. You are the best person to be off on an adventure by yourself.
I have no skills.
Have skills?
But by yourself, you're the most skilled? What? by yourself, you're the most skilled. You have no one to compare anybody to.
Oh.
Yeah, that's true.
I can't do it. Nobody can.
So
I'm the best. Alright.
go ahead and make that roll.
No one's ever gonna keep me down, cause I'm the best. What am I rolling?
1 green.
1 bang.
Let's see how he did. I did roll. You pass.
This is like baby's first dungeon. What is this?
No, these aren't easy checks. I'm surprised you're making them.
He's sitting there going, I don't know the language. I don't know what these computers even do, but hey! There's a hole in the wall. Electropole. Lights. Key.
And then, all right. So you can tell as you're going through all this data and kind of data mining, I guess, is really what you're up to.
I guess numbers are universals.
Yeah. You
I
see.
read binary.
Yeah.
You know, Gungans.
Yeah.
We swim in binary. Whatever.
My goodness. You actually get a lot more information than you were looking for.
Which was nothing, so what did I get?
So as you're going through this, you're actually able to kind of start to translate some of the files. And it's actually going to take you a little bit longer than the 5 minutes to translate it, of course.
Yes.
So when you get done, you see that the last time this was logged into was over 1,000 years ago.
I'm going to see if I can try to find some kind of language deciphering module or
Okay.
application. See if I can get that from the Play Store.
Well,
Download that right from the forest.
You see a giant symbol that similar symbol to what you've been seeing to
I'm going to Google it.
to Galactic for Dummies.
so thankfully you're actually able to kind of work out some of it. And you actually can get some of it into basic language from, like, keywords here and there that you reckon that, like, are
so
almost
I know
universal.
It's been here 1,000 years since anybody's been here. What is the point of this installation? Is there anything here of value?
You can
Is there
tell...
another alternative means to get off? These are my questions.
So from what you can tell, this is a government building that you're in.
Uh-huh.
And
So I can vote.
I don't think the Sith is a democracy.
I can apply for a Gungan ID. Swimming permit.
So you kind of get a rough translation of a lot of the stuff, and you can tell that, let's see, you find a consensus in the data, like a consensus that was taken, and that there of like different planets that were under the Sith Empire's control at the time.
Huh?
So because they took a consensus as we're like, who's alive and
Yeah. Taxes.
yeah. So most of the planets
Taxes or die.
Yeah, most of the planets are actually known to the main galaxy, and so a lot of them are like planets that, from what you know, aren't really Sith affiliated anymore.
Hold on, I'm going to draw some conclusions here, and I might be way off, but this planet is not registered in the archives that I know of.
Mm-hmm.
It's what did you say it was? Off the record, what was it?
It's just not in
Uncharted.
Uncharted, yeah.
But it's also a government building for an empire that's 1,000 years old. I'm guessing this is a secret base, like Area 51.
Well, actually, I can give you the information on this planet because you actually are able to translate it.
Okay, sure.
So all of the data that you're getting predates that 1,000-year mark, which specifically the Great Hyperspace War is something that's mentioned a bit, which was like the first big conflict between Jedi and Sith. Eventually, you're able to find some information on the Sith governor of this planet, and you actually get the planet's name, Nathema. Darth Vitiate was the governor. And you can, from what you can read, he was kind of fear-mongering the people of Nathema against the Jedi immediately after the Great...
Par for the course.
Yeah. Immediately after the Great Hyperspace War. And there are actually some transcripts of speeches that he made as well. So you're not going to see the records?
I'll save you the trouble. Pass on the political stuff.
All right.
I just want to know what tier that I can use.
Because Bongo Bongo Land has got to be a thing. We need to get that Disney
What's the
World
source of this
place.
mind fuck so I can turn that shit off?
Well, in that case, you might want to look at that vitiate stuff.
Oh, okay. He was mind fucking everybody to vote for him in an empire.
Yeah. Basically, think the type of tactics Hitler was using post World War One.
Propaganda.
Yeah.
This is forced propaganda?
So Vitiate's words were actually sowing the seeds of terror with graphic descriptions of what Jedi would do if they were found. And he had consciously and carefully driven the people into a state of panic, knowing they would blindly follow anyone who offered hope. And of course, he was quick to fulfill that role. And he put out a call for all surviving Dark Lords to join him on Nathema in a ritual that he
Oh my god.
that he
just pause it. All surviving Dark Lords. Those victims. Keep going.
So he called for them to join him on Nathema in a ritual that he promised would lead the Sith to salvation. At the same time, though, you also can read as he was doing this, he had top historians and scientists secretly working on trying to find the location of a planet called Drummond Kos. And he had operated that in total secrecy. And he had them sequestered day and night in a research lab where they were studying ancient maps and astrogation charts. Thankfully, the leader of this team had been a meticulous record keeper.
Oh, perfect for me.
So thankfully, you have every step of the process that had been documented.
To find this hidden planet?
Yeah.
What's on this hidden planet that's worth going to?
Apparently, it's like an ancient Sith homeworld.
So I don't want to go there.
You even have the moment of triumph, so you actually know where the planet is now because the hyperspace route was put into these documents.
I'm just saying, I'm asking questions like, what is of interest there for me? Or did I just learn the one place I don't want to go to?
Yes.
Yes.
This is curiosity that killed the cat. I don't feel like jumping into that mimic chest right now.
Yeah. You do see that in the final entry in the team leaders project, the logs detailed her efforts to prepare her findings so they could be presented to Vitiate in person. Lord Vitiate publicly proclaimed the commencement of his great ritual list 3 days after he was provided this information. So he basically said, hey, it's time for the ritual, like 3 days after he was secretly told about where the Sith homeworld was.
Okay.
Chronologically,
what does the ritual do?
He was just claiming that it would save the people.
And I'm guessing it did not.
From what you can tell. Chronologically, there are no other records after this proclamation.
Oh, so you weren't entirely wrong with the Thanos idea of... There they go!
Dark Thanos. Initiatus.
So nothing from the research team, nothing from
Dark
any...
Viscuous.
There's nothing from any of the ritual, obviously, destroy... So from what you can tell, the ritual destroyed Nathema and snuffed out all life on this world. And
that's what I'm feeling, my life being snuffed.
Yeah. You can actually tell that the Force...
Does it feel like a pillow is being slowly brought around my face?
Because it's not just that. It's not just that.
Am I feeling snuffed?
Well, it's not just that. You can also tell, like, the Force doesn't exist on this world anymore, either. Like, nothing.
Force doesn't exist, then what's acting on me?
It's...
Force?
Yes.
Yes.
That's also the Force. That's the dark side of the Force.
Well, no. Like, there is a lack of Force, which is why you are feeling the way you are.
Oh, because I'm segregated from the Force, I'm feeling weird.
Yes. Hey everyone, thank you for checking out the video. If you enjoyed what you just saw, be sure to give us a like, comment, and subscribe. If you don't want to miss any of our content, be sure to hit the bell icon where you will be notified anytime we upload a video. Also, if you wish to watch RPG Workshop live, you can follow Studio Bastion on Twitch. There you can also enjoy his gameplay live streams and other podcasts that are in production. Also, if you like what we're doing here at Escape Reality Films, be sure to check out our Patreon and support us, and get some cool rewards in return.